Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're live. If you're watching as a recording, you have no idea just how ridiculous it has been to even go live. Anyway, let's rock and roll. So Trump, he's our president now, regardless of your feelings or hashtags. Anyway, we're gonna break that down. I just want to preface this real quick. A lot of people thought this was gonna be a like a stock market movement kind of thing. So sorry for everybody that had a bunch of Bitcoin or there was a lot of people saying like, oh, I'm waiting for this. I bought this for the inauguration. I did this or I did that. Did you guys hear a single word I even said? It's been a day. It's been a whole day. All right, we're going. We're going. I knew something looked a little weird. It's like they see a lot of me right now. All right. So you guys heard me. Let's go. Let's just break some things down. It's crazy that my mic actually picked up from that far away. Let's kick it off from the top. Shout out to everybody here. All right. So the dollar, interesting. The dollar gapped down and pushed up, which is incredibly annoying. Incredibly annoying because I was short the dollar and then I got long the dollar because it just kept going up. And it was actually at this zone, at the break of this zone. I already saw a lot of this on like Facebook where like, oh, Trump's president and the dollar's going down. Like real quick, guys, that's a good thing. That means more people can buy our stuff. It's just flat out illegal for us to come out and say the dollar sucks. Okay. Now, China can flirt with that law a little bit, but we kind of have this whole agreement where you just don't say that. Anyway, so please, for the love of God, before you go say something stupid, let's just let's check some things. All right. Anyway, how many monsters did you have? Take a breath. We are good. So, fun fact: right as I'm about to click go live, I have shared the link. I have told you guys I'm going live. Somebody knocks on the door and asks if I have a jack, if I have any tools, because there is a flat tire. And this is the third flat tire that I've helped out with. I did not put a jacket on. I was like, yes, let's just go. We went out, we NASCAR'd that thing really fast. Luckily, this is the third one, so my jack was there. My impact was there already with a 21 millimeter. I'm just a little frozen, so I'm thawing out right now, which is why I'm probably a little bit out of breath. Anyway, let's rock and roll. Something's up with your mic. You sound like you're using a phone or something far away. Let me just make sure my mic settings are my mic. Is this a joke? How does this sound? This probably sounds a lot better. What is life even about right now? It wasn't even using my mic. It was using my webcam mic, which is probably why you heard something in the first place, because this mic was just up there. Sounds the same. Interesting. Mic, Logitech Brio. Hang on. There. Now you guys should hear me. Should hear me a whole lot better. I ain't paying for quality, just quantity. Sounds good now. Okay. All right. Can we start now? Are we good to go? This is ridiculous. Sounds crispy. And if that's it, then let's rock and roll. All right, US dollar. I tagged out. So I went short, tagged out because we broke above. I didn't like that we were basing out, usually with the continuation. Went long and just tagged out short. This is fun times. Hang on, because I might switch gears and go short the dollar again. I really hate this zone right now. Give me 1 second. Let's go. I have to short this, I think. ASMR, please. Is that a ticker, or do you want me to start whispering and finger just touching the microphone? Final answer, I'm going short. Are you done fooling around? Just getting warmed up. If Don is Cody's car guy, I'm starting to piece together why his car won't start. Please. I don't need to be anybody's car guy anymore. All right, looking at the Bitcoin. All right, so jumping into Bitcoin. Bitcoin did have a nice little pop up. Maybe this is what everyone was talking about, buying it into inauguration, like that was going to be some just market bending event. It wasn't. It shot up to a 109, which was really cool because we were really kind of worried about Bitcoin just hanging out in this range. And in fact, it still is. We can't actually get above and close above. But ultimately, I wanted to see it stay above. I wanted to get to this zone and then break above. Getting to this zone to me was no big deal. We talked about probably going to reject. It was more of a surprise to see it up that high, came back down. So first and foremost, you want to see Bitcoin hold this 98 mark. Getting above 103 would be pretty awesome. I do know the expected moves for like Mara. I did not check MicroStrategy, but they were up there. So I'm curious to see where those are going to. Actually, I can pull it up on Robinhood real quick because 24-hour market's open. Give me 1 second. MSTY is down. Mara's down to 1917, which is amazing. We need that. We need that to pull back a little bit. MicroStrategy is down $15 to 380 right now. So it looks like it rejected that blue zone. Of course, you guys will know that tomorrow morning when the market opens, unless we have it right. Yeah. Bitcoin probably jumped on Trump creating a meme coin. Can you guys really quick tell me what's the sales pitch for why I should buy the Trump coin or the Melania coin? Right? Because she made one too, right? That just does not make sense in my head. All right. And I even said in my chat, it's going to play out probably a lot like DJT, his Trump stock. You make a lot of money when you sell to the public. And then like once it's out there, like free floating, everybody else can do whatever they want with it. Like the money's already been made. Kind of like when you buy your Nike shoes and then they do something you don't like. So you go out and burn your shoes to protest. It doesn't actually matter. You're just burning your stuff. They already have your money. And that's kind of what the Trump coin felt like to me. Yeah, so no, I did not buy it. And everybody that texted me said, "Are you buying Trump coin?" I said, "No, that's completely stupid." All right, and that's zero political opinion, which is absolutely stupid. Because you don't want money, or you really like gambling. Yeah, all that was a pump and dump for sure. I did not do any homework on it. I was hoping maybe one of you guys would tell me like what is the actual purpose of Trump coin. But that's it. There isn't one. That sounds like. All right. As far as the S&P, so far wow. Now that's actually a pretty decent open. As far as because futures open right now for everyone that is new here. Stock market will open tomorrow. Futures they just closed down. Actually, the full day is Saturday. Friday evening, they close down Saturday and they open Sunday. Today was obviously a holiday, so they're only open a half day. But still, that open, we opened up here, sold off all the way down to here and back up. That's actually a pretty volatile open, one we haven't seen in a while. So far, we bounced at the blue zone, kind of playing the back and forth between here and the yellow zone. I'm actually pretty bullish, so I would be buying the dip. I wish I wasn't so hectic. I probably would have already seen this and even bought the dip. I'll have to wait for an entry. But I would be long. I do think we're going to get out of this. So last week we were talking about just, is this possibly going to be a lower high? It ended up being awesome. We got above that, so we can delete that now. Now, at the very least, horizontal. I do think we're gonna head a little bit higher. Again, I've talked a lot about a crash I think is going to happen in March. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. I think I've talked about it enough. I do think it's important right now to just focus on the current markets. Quit worrying about a crash. Because you still have to trade into those. All right, NASDAQ. So we rejected that zone. Again, came all the way down here. So far, this one's holding. Is that a good spot? You know, if I go long right now, my stop has to be below here. And that is a wide stop for the NASDAQ. Thought I had 121 SPY puts. No, I had Friday SPY put. No, I had Friday SPY calls. Yeah, because I was long the market. I was actually long the NASDAQ. But last week I had Friday SPY calls, and then I was selling calls against that. I can't remember my last puts I had. The puts I had were during the sell-off back here. Aren't you in the group? Yeah, if you're in my Discord group, I post everything that I buy. If you're not, you want to check that out, just the Patreon. It'll be the pin link in the comment down below. I doubt it's there right now if you're watching it live, but anyway, check it out. Going back to this, let's see. If we get to that blue zone again, I think I would buy. Tesla's up $6. I might be in Tesla. I'm in Tesla puts, so I don't like that. Tesla needs to come on down. Never mind. I do have a SPY put. I have the 598 SPY puts. I stand corrected. I was checking my account. What was I thinking on that? Just rejecting that zone, I guess. Nothing sold against it, so I'm just flat out short the week. How would I manage that tomorrow? If it's still down. Tomorrow, that'll be down, so 598. What's that put us at? 17th. Man, those will be down tomorrow. If the S&P is red, they might be up, but just theta in general is going to clip those because this was today. This was today. Futures were open a half day earlier. Stock market was not. So technically, my SPY calls, they were bought right here. Even though from where it was at is still down. Let me see if Robin has it down. It's down 52 cents. What'd I pay for those? $2. I need this at 596 just to break even. So I would need, this is my break even right here. So anything below that would be up. So tomorrow morning I will probably do nothing. Probably hang out. I doubt I would have a spot in the morning to take care of those. Looks like those would, as it stands right now, if we don't get below that, it's just going to be an L. So there's not much to manage those. And when I take plays like that, that's what those are. So I say risk and capital. Those are 0 to hero. There's not really like I'm going to stop out or anything. I'm either going to make money or I'm not on those. All right. Around noon tomorrow morning. No. I'll be up. All right. Grandpa Dow dropped down, hit that zone, bouncing. No, I think we're looking good. This whole weekend's been ridiculous. Actually, this past month has been ridiculous. All right. Jumping into the Russell. Russell just went zone to zone. If it holds above that, I think we would test this, start to actually break out and above. Overall, I am still bullish until March-ish. All right. Tesla said is up $6 right now. I need that down. So what I am buying right now is the January. There's a January 31st put. So those are earnings plays. So if you hear me talk about Tesla puts right now, I actually already bought some, and then it had popped up. I'd set an alert there last week. If you guys were watching the stream last week, it had actually jumped up, hit that alert, sold off. Those were good. I ended up selling half, popped back up. I did grab some more. They're just currently red right now. But those are an earnings play, so I will have those through earnings. The only reason I wouldn't is if we probably did melt down, then why roll the dice? I'll just lock it in. What do I have for 6A? That is the euro. I want to say 6A should be the euro. No, that's the Australian dollar. Okay, so you want the British pound US dollar. Right, because you're trading the Aussie dollar. You're not actually trading the currency, right? I wouldn't. I think last time we spoke, it was short, but I'd say this starts to look like a reversal. I wouldn't really be bullish till it gets above this zone right here. You're actually trading the futures. Okay, so let's do. If I was trading the futures, I guess I could go long, put my stop right below this green right here. What's up, Sam? All right, let's talk about Google and Amazon because Pelosi bought Leaps. I gotta say, I do like Google for right now. Whether I'm buying right now, I don't really care about Pelosi's play. I know a lot of people do, though. But we kind of ran up into this and then went sideways. Again, when stocks push up like this, they pull over or they pull back. And right now, it looks like all Google did was pull over, take some time off the clock. So when you do this, your indicators cool off, your EMAs catch up, your the momentum slows down, like the emotions die back down, and time to start buying again. So I would guess the continuation and the breakout up. So I would actually be long Google. Can I mark the long, please? Oh, like throw it on there, what I would do? What do you mean mark the long? Futures dumped on 25% tariffs by February 1st. Send it. If I were, and this is with my money, not yours, because this is not financial advice. And if you lose all your money, that is your fault, not mine. I would go long here. I would stop out. I'd probably put it right there. You'd want the breakout above that because right now, not the like that's kind of what you're thinking right now is. Hang on, let's draw a. So right now, you're going to be long into that. So what you're hoping for is a breakout and up, which would hopefully land you. You'd probably run into a situation right there. So what you're hoping for is kind of like a play like that. But as it breaks out and above, you would want to move your stop. What's the next one? Amazon. Pelosi bought Amazon too. I guess technically a giant bull flag right there. This is a type 1 for anybody looking to go short right now on Amazon. And then for everyone that isn't, you checked out the Patreon, you joined, you're in my group. These charts, these expected moves are up to date. So the US dollar, Japanese yen didn't seem to move with the dollar. Can I call Japan? I've been meaning to. Yeah, I was going to shoot them a text later. Like, hey, could you guys stop jacking around? I'll do that for you. I like buying the red candles, not the bright green ones, but I would wait. I'd wait for Amazon to pull back. Tomorrow could get red. If it could just pull back to this like 222 mark, kind of still keep this move up, keep this trend up, I would be long Amazon. Otherwise, I'd have to wait for it to hit this zone, kind of base out, and then get the continuation. But overall, I would be long Amazon. We got a lot of boxes on this one. I forgot to go live on TikTok as well, which is usually where I get 9 million questions. I was wondering why the chat seems so quiet right now. Just want to say, who called it? If you have been watching me for a while, then you know I said TikTok's not going anywhere. It was wild that it did get shut down for a little bit. And then Trump was the savior. I thought that was kind of funny. These people are giving the president a lot of power. What we got this week? What's today? Monday. So Tuesday we have nothing. Wednesday we have nothing. Thursday we might have some fireworks, jobless claims. Then we got PMI. So we got some letters. Got some letters on Friday. Let's check out oil. As a matter of fact, there was something I saw some people commenting about oil. They want to buy oil stocks. They want to buy oil because Trump mentioned oil and we're going to be awesome in oil. And I don't know if they fully get it, or maybe I don't fully get it, but I'm curious, as they bring a whole bunch of supply onto the market, why would you want to buy oil? So take that for what you will. I would say, if we're going to start just ramping that up, I would almost entertain shorting oil. I would not want to just be going out and buying. I was bullish energy going into this. But if he's going to start getting weird with it and all of a sudden we start finding a bunch of oil. If you're new here, guys, that's how oil works. There's an oil report that comes out and they'll let you know, like, hey, we forgot. Grandma's closet has 63,000 barrels of oil. There's a bunch of supply. It comes down. Or an oil rig. It gets bombed. No one gets hurt or anything. But there was a fire, and all of a sudden oil jumps up. Oil transportation will boom. Yeah, the pipelines. Yeah, oil itself, I would imagine, would be getting cheaper. Because he said also filling up the reserves, which implies buying as well. If we are the number one, why are we buying? That's like Walmart saying we're the best retailer, we have everything, but then we also buy from Target to stock our shelves. And why would oil companies invest a bunch of new capital to ramp up supply? He plans to cut energy in half. Let them buy. Yeah, I like to sell oil puts on the futures markets, but I think I might leave that one alone for a little bit. Maybe as we hit each one of these zones, I take a quick trade, but I might even entertain. I kind of want to short the oil market in general. At the play, I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow, I think. If we can bounce out of this zone and create some kind of lower high where we just don't make it up here, because right now, this could arguably be a good spot to be buying it to go long. I want to see if it bounces. I don't want to see any buyers after all. I want to see that fade and come back down. And then I'll short some CL for anybody trading futures. I'll short that. I don't really do the oil ETFs. I'd rather manage it around the clock and make more money. It's not a sales pitch. It's just there's a lot of benefits to the futures. But I do think I want to short that one. The oil we have domestically is harder to refine, so we export that and import the good stuff. Here, you can take our junk. We'll take the good stuff over there. Ooh, natural gas jumping. Hit that yellow box. Sold off. Gapped below the blue because I didn't want to jack with that one. Is there an ETF? Ultra short natural gas. If there was one I was going to play as far as natural gas, as far as the futures go on that one, liquidity kind of sucks. Certainly not ES or oil, CL. So I kind of want to buy this ETF and hold it for a little bit. Now, as natural gas sells off, this one will go up. So if you think natural gas is going to come down, this one will go up. That might actually be a pretty decent dip buy. What broker do I use for futures? TradeStation. I'm this close, guys. I've been trading this. I've been on that platform forever. This close to changing to Interactive Brokers. I still feel like solar is the buy. Not so much a trade, but an investment level buy. TAN ETF got hit pretty hard. TAN and Enphase was the number one in TAN. Got absolutely smoked. So I'm a fan. Why? They have a debit card. And like I pay myself through stocks. I have to transfer money and everything. Honestly, what sucks is when you transfer a few thousand and then something ridiculous happens and you got to spend a few thousand and it's like your bills. So everything like just sucks. Then you got to wait. Where I could just be wheeling and dealing, slinging that plastic connected right to my trading account. Didn't want to stress you out with TikTok. Seemed like there was a lot going on. Figured you forgot on purpose. I didn't, but TikTok would be losing their minds that I was about to go live and then had to step away. Let's bring this up. U.S. domestic oil is generally considered easier to refine compared to many import oils because most of the oil produced in the U.S. is light sweet crude. That sounds like a beer. Which is lighter, contains less sulfur, making it simpler to process into refined products compared to heavier, more sulfur-rich other regions. So we have the good stuff. So everything we have is just better. Makes sense. As far as natural gas, I think that might be a short. The way we're reacting to this right here kind of just more confirms it. Hang on. Buying Colton. This would have been an interesting day on TikTok, I feel. I don't need any more interesting for my day. Cold natural gas. Whoa, I was just trying to look something up. Guys, what was about to break down? TAN. There we go. TAN got wrecked. Okay, so here's your Rona crash right here. This is a solar ETF. Their number one holding is Enphase. For now, I have Enphase. Right? I've sold puts to enter. I just have not added on to this. I have Enphase. I have Solar Edge. Solar Edge. Those are on my houses. So, I don't know if I would sell puts right now. Oh man. The ETF is probably smarter for most. Let's check First Solar. This one's holding up pretty well. Wow. If he was on TikTok, we wouldn't be talking about anything other than meme coins and quantum tickers. Yeah, there's some perks to not being live on there as well. Whatever you see on the chart of natural gas, do the opposite. I'll consider that. First Solar's the one. First Solar doesn't look bad at all. Why are they holding up so well? I don't know the reason. So whatever it is, it's slipped through any cracks I have. It's still considered a strong buy. Right now, I'm trying to think. Do I want to buy? So there's the good and bad, right? The pro and con of the ETF versus the just standalone stock. If I buy Enphase, I get all of Enphase's gains. I get the good and the bad, right? Where if I buy TAN, some of my money's in First Solar, some of my money's in Enphase, and you can look up what all their holdings are. And the cool thing about that is if the TAN industry just gets smoked, or sorry, not TAN, the solar industry has a bad day, they're all going to feel it regardless. But if just one has a bad day due to a report, a tweet, or something, tan not necessarily, you won't necessarily get that. Let's say Enphase has a bad article come out and just tanks. The other ones might hold up pretty well, and for everyone that bought tan, you're gonna be all right compared to just getting absolutely obliterated. But also, in reverse, the opposite side of that coin is Enphase has a great day. You have the other ones holding it back, so it kind of just mutes everything. Joe says, because they're freaking awesome. Yeah, apparently First Solar is where it's at. Man, I agree, but I just don't know if this is. I would wait. What I would do is I'm going to put my alert right there. Again, I do whatever I want, and you guys should do the same. So I'm going to put my alert right there. So for that alert to go off, it's at least having a green day. Some things are turning around. I'm going to scoot up just a bit actually, because we break down here. We hit it, we sell off. We hit it, we sell off. We got a little bit lower. That's a lower high coming down, and I'm going to keep an eye on this. And I'm just going to keep trailing it down. However, if it hits that 22 mark, it would be hard not to buy. Was looking to short the crude March contract. You're thinking wait and see a retest? That's a good question for oil. Not necessarily a retest, but I want to see if we bounce right here. Let's let the market open up tomorrow. Let's get full volume back into things. We're finally done with the short weeks for a while. So, last week was the first actual week we've had in the stock market, Monday through Friday, in a month. And then we're already off. We got a short week this week, so I kind of want to just let things. Let's see where all the see what everyone thinks when all hands are on deck. I think there should be no excuse why institutions not trading, not in the office, making it happen right now. Yeah, this is annoying. I'm so tired of the markets being closed sporadically. Like, let's take a month off. I'd be fine with that. Wasn't full. Carter's funeral. No, there was 1 week we had full. Because we had Christmas. That was a short week. We had New Year's, short week. Then Carter's funeral, short week. Then last week was full, Monday through Friday. And then this week isn't. Checking in on Intel. Intel just gapped into the zone. Intel finally had a green day. We need AMD. Now, for those of you guys that are following me, you guys know I have AMD, and it is one of the top ones I plan on buying. So here's the thing. You might get an alert that I buy more AMD. Now, there's 2 plans. So now I have an account that I post everything that I do. Now, I talk about all my trades in Discord, but there's one that I specifically set out alerts. It's the one that I started from zero. And so we put in $150, every week, and we're growing that. Right now, there's 100 shares of AMD. AMD right now is an income play. So I'm selling weekly calls against it. That's not going to change. The average is up here in this yellow zone. And you might think we're down. I think we actually are a little bit. But all we've done so far is collect money. The only thing I've done on AMD is lock in money because I sell calls against it, and that's going to continue. I'm thinking about buying more AMD even as a trade. So as I do buy more, yes, it will bring my average down. Mentally, I'm going to keep my average up here. And I'm going to have a new separate trade. Let's say I buy right now at 121, and then I sell it at 131. While my averages will be down, anyone worried about? No, you shouldn't have to worry about wash sale or anything like that. It'll be the same ticker, 2 separate plans, if that makes sense. AMD just at a price I just don't know if I can ignore it. And if it gets above this zone, I'm gonna have to buy more. But so everyone that just if you do get those alerts and you agree with those trades, because again, it's not a call out service. I just post everything I do, and if you agree with everything I say, your numbers are probably pretty similar. let's say I buy 50 more shares. I'm going to sell those 50 more shares. We're going to keep the 100. We're going to pretend that 100, it might as well be zero as far as anything else that I do buy. So I don't want that to get confusing later. I'm like, I sold AMD, but then I also own AMD. I did post an alert. Was it a couple weeks ago? And I said, I closed this position. For the record, I didn't know this needed to be brought up. When I say close, it means I sold everything. I didn't close half. I didn't close a portion. I will say I sold a certain amount. But if I say close, that's all of it. And if I ever post that I'm selling an options contract outside of market hours again, you can comment on me and remind me that I'm traveling. Last week I was out of state. I was in a different time zone. It's 8:35 and I'm getting ready. Like, I'm worried why my contracts are not filling. So you got multiple posts that day. What percentage of my holdings? I don't know. Maybe AMD will be the one buying Intel. Right now it's the biggest percentage. We sold Betos. We have AMD, we have Mara. You're in the group. You can actually just look at the account. That's the last one. It was XLU. We do have utilities. I will say this one's on the chopping block, just not performing like I really wanted it to. So if that gets above, I'll probably let that one go this week. If we can get above that zone, I'm going to start trailing this and then let that one go. And then it's not Upstart, is it? Is it Upstart? Yeah. I'm going to hang out before I add on into this one right here. See if we don't reject that first. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to wrap it up here. I have to get to everything's already running late. If you are a part of the group, then I'm going to send out that Zoom notification right now. We're jumping right into it. Everyone else, you will see me Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Anyway, have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you then.